Shalom. It's Brother Nav, Keepers of Sheep. Back with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We want to begin by giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to the hopefully lit. So, we get into the day, as you can see from the title, once again. It's just basically going over the same things, man. Really, the things that we go over in camp, more so. But just that it's coming, that time, man. The times through the tribulations, the times of famine, pestilence. That time is coming, man. The Most High, it's not gonna be too long before the Most High come back, man. Now, it could be a year from now, could be 5 years, could be 10, could be more. But the point is, we're in that era, man. We're in that time, man. You can see it clearly, throughout the world, man. From prophecies, you see the MOTB coming about, It's gonna get to a point where that thing is mandatory, man. You're gonna have to abide by it. You ain't gonna have a choice. You might not want to take it, but they're gonna force you to. And if you don't, which Lord willing you won't, because if you do, in the eyes of the Lord, it's over for you, man. But they're gonna try to make ways to force you to take it. First, they're gonna try to give it to you smoothly. I've seen an article saying, they'll give you $2,000 a month for getting it, right? Now, your average Jake, who don't make nothing but $12, $13 an hour, right? He need that $2,000. That $2,000 sound great, right? He need that $2,000 to get through the days, to do whatever it is that his heart desires. So a lot of J's gonna take heed to that. They're gonna turn over to it. And but Lord willing, Israel such as myself would not do such things, But first precept I want to bring up, right? It's Habakkuk 2, and we'll start at 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set upon me the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered unto me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. That's the thing, man. The Lord was speaking to Habakkuk at that time, but the Lord doesn't change, so it's still, he would apply the same thing to the time of the coming, man. It says, once again, verse 3, Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So it says, though it tarry. Let's go to this word for tarry, if we may. Never mind. Our internet don't want to work, which is cool. But to tarry, it just means, like it seems like it's taking a long time to come. I'm trying to think of another word for it. I can't really think of one, but it's like it's taking its time, right? So, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, man. It's gonna come. That time will surely come. Most definitely, right? There's There's no, I mean, there's no getting away from it, man. Like I said, all you gotta do is look around, look through the news, and you'll just see, man, we're at that time, man. It's just wickedness is running rampant. Wickedness is going through to and fro throughout the earth. As the most I commanded it to, but we just see it starting to ramp up, man. People are starting to do things. People are starting to commit iniquities. You know what I'm saying? Without any type of remorse. It's getting bad, man. It's getting bad, and it's not getting no better, right? So you know, Peter Peter told us, that these things would happen, right? In his letter, right? So it's Second Peter 3. We'll start at 1. It says, "This second epistle, beloved, now I write unto you, and both which I stir up your pure minds by way of remembrance, that ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets." And he's saying this because, like I said, man, these things were prophesied. Pro meaning before, phesai means to speak. So these things were spoken before time, before this time, which was Peter is talking about. So it was definitely spoken before the time that we're in now, right? It was definitely prophesied now, but he's speaking of, the words of Ezekiel, Isaiah, Habakkuk, just all of those, Daniel, all of those prophets, man. But it says, well, I started 2 again. It says that ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets, and of the commandment of us, the apostles of the Lord and Savior. And, right, the apostles and elders of GMS, they have been prophesying, these things. So, once again, it's a twofold, man. They were, the apostles then, which were, the disciples such as, Paul, Peter, people of that nature, right? And then you got James. But like I said, we believe that some of those spirits have came down to our apostles. You know what I'm saying? Because it was to say the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets, man. So those are the type of things that they're talking about. These prophecies, such as MOTB, as it speaks of in Revelation, right? Verse 3, it says, "Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, Where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation." And we know, man, when we're out there in the highways and byways, you got people who may come up, or even just watching the others' videos, not even talking about ourselves. You may have people that come up and they scoff, man. What I'm saying? You even got, I always watch the Elder Monatizat Bob's videos, GMS South Carolina, but you even got, little teenage Edomite kids coming up trying to scoff the men of the Lord, man. But, they don't, in their case, they probably don't know no better, but, who knows? They might, they might just be trying to be little demons. But, like I said, man, prophecy, it said this was going to happen. It said that, the last days people were going to come against his word, man. They weren't going to believe it. But we know it's not for everybody to believe, man. If somebody don't believe it, so be it. We just know that the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua was not put on them, right? The Most High didn't waste his time putting his spirit on them because, well, I ain't gonna say because he has his own reasons, right? He does what he wants. He does what he wants to do, and woe unto you who strive with his maker, man. If you got questions about it, if you one of those people that's like, well, why does the Most High do this, or why does he do that, or that's not fair, he shouldn't be able to do that, or this, this, that, and the third, woe unto you, man. You ain't got no business questioning the Most High. The Most High do what he want to do, when he want to do it, how he want to do it. This is the Most High movie. We just living it out at the end of the day. So verse 5, it says, "For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High, the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with the water, perished. But the heavens and earth which are now, by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Right, so he was talking about the days of what? Of who? Noah, man. He destroyed this earth with water, man. The earth was overflowed with water. He destroyed the earth with a flood, right? But this time, right, he made a covenant, he made a promise with Noah and said what? I never flood the whole earth again. I never do that again. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Most High said. He said he even says, the rainbows that you see now, which the alphabet community, right? They got 15 letters of it, right? They add more and more. It seems like every 2 weeks, which is, you know, just pure wickedness. But you know, yeah, the rainbow was supposed to be a signal. It was supposed to be a sign. It's supposed to be a symbol of that promise, right? To always remember, the Lord made a promise that He wouldn't flood the earth, right? So, but then He said, like He said, that the earth now is kept in store, right? He's preserving, ungodly people, ungodly men until the day of perdition, to that day He come back for that fiery judgment, right? So like he may cast a judgment on somebody, right? He may kill somebody because He kills, He heals, He makes alive, as it speaks of in Deuteronomy 32, Isaiah 45, I think it's 1 Samuel chapter 2, Psalms 60. I mean, it's plenty of places to prove that. But yeah, I mean, he may judge people, on the spot, before that day, or he may be preserving some of those souls to, to be destroyed in that great day, in that judgment day, right? Verse 8, it says, "But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. The Lord is not slack concerning His promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance." So we're in this grace period, man, which is that time is definitely running out. But we're in this grace period, right, where he's giving his elect the time to wake up, right? That's what we're doing. That's who we're out for. That's how we're out here for, man. We're not out here for just your average Jake. You know what I'm saying? We're out here for the elect. We're trying to find the elect, because ultimately only the elect can obtain this salvation. Only the elect can get the mysteries of the book, right? He didn't give the mysteries to just anybody, man. That's why it says the mysteries are a gift, right? Like He said, they're found by revelation, given by who? The Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. So He's not slack concerning His promise, man. He's definitely going. What He said He gonna do, He definitely will do. He does not lie. He can't lie, right? The Most High is truth. You know what I'm saying? It's verse 10. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with a fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up." So this is speaking of that time, man, where, like it says, the Lord gonna come as a thief in the night, man. Yahushua says this countless times. Matthew, Mark, Luke, right? He says this many a times, that He comes as a thief in the night, man. And so, if you're not watching, if you're not on that watchtower, how Habakkuk was, you know what I'm saying? If he wasn't watching, right? It's gonna come to you as a thief, right? If a thief come and breaks in your house, as a parable that Yahushua gave, right? If you're just sitting there at the front door with, with your 12 gauge shotty, every night. So once a thief come in, you're gonna be ready for it. You watching, right? But if you sleep, if you sleep, or if you out, you out partying with your friends, that thief come, you ain't gonna know what the hell hit you, man. You gonna, you come back, your house all fucked up. So like, yeah, your house all messed up. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna know what's going on, right? So from there, right, we go to Revelation 16 and 15, which is, like I said, Yahweh Shai said this plenty of times. He said in Revelation, Revelation 16 and 15, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked, and they shall see his shame. Now, blessed is he that watcheth. You gotta watch, man. And to watch, you know what I'm saying? You first you gotta keep your eyes peeled open for all the prophecies that are coming to pass, right? You know, such as just ordinances and things of that nature that's being made in the earth, man. You just gotta watch. You gotta think. You gotta think spiritually. You know what I'm saying? You can't be carnally thinking all the time, man. Now we may have carnal thoughts. You may listen to music, you may watch a movie. But even when you watch movies, you know what I'm saying, you can watch movies through a spiritual lens and see, you know what I'm saying, because Hollywood, they'll show you some things, you know what I'm saying, right? They may not put the whole truth out there, right? But they'll definitely show you some things for sure. You know what I'm saying? So if you're watching with a spiritual mindset, you know what I'm saying, and we know the Most High gave him those ideas. He gave him those imaginations, right? To be able to make movies and such. So if you're watching with that spiritual lens, man, you might have a little revelation through that. You might be able to bring out some scriptures through a movie. You never know, man. But that's why it's best to stay spiritually minded, man. And also if you're watching, right, what are you doing? You fearing the Most High, man. You making sure that when you lay your head on the pillow at night, you can think back and reflect on your day and think, did I sin? You know what I'm saying? Willfully, did I do this? Did I do that? You know what I'm saying? I ain't do this today. You know what I'm saying? The water, how about Hashem Yahushua? You just watching, you being circumspect, right? So we'll just keep it going, right? Because if you're watching, you're gonna see the times that we in, man. You're gonna be aware. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to see, you know what I'm saying, how close we are to that judgment day, to that day that the Lord comes back, you know what I'm saying, and try his feet with the wine press, you know what I'm saying, with his blood, he have his garment blooded up, you know what I mean? You can be able to see that time is coming, and you can see it's coming very, very soon. Right? So this is Matthew 16, and we'll start at 1. Because it's the type of people who, like I said, those scoffers who say, you know what I'm saying, like those scoffers that say, where is the promise of his coming? I'm going back to 2 Peter 3 and 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. So you're going to have scoffers and people like that who think like this, right? Everything, you know what I'm saying, we still here on the earth. It still rains. The sun still shines. I'm out here currently at the lake, so we can still go fishing. We can still go swimming. I can go buy a new car. You know what I'm saying? Yada yada. I can go out to eat. So they see everything is still the same. Ain't nothing, in their eyes, if they're not watching, like I said, they're not on that watchtower, everything's still the same, right? Ain't nothing changed. They can still go to and fro throughout, their city as they please and do what they want to do, right? Especially if they abiding by the rules of Esau, man. You know what I'm saying? They can definitely do what they want to do, right? So this is for people like that, right? Who don't know that the times is coming. It's Matthew 16 and 1. It says the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempted and desired him that he should show them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites! Ye can discern the face of the sky, but ye cannot discern the signs of the times. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after the sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. So he's saying, oh, ye hypocrites, man. You know what I'm saying? This you can't see the signs of the times. It's a what you say? It's a wicked and adulterous generation. You can't see the wickedness that's going to and fro throughout the earth, man. You can't see you can't see all the iniquities that's being committed. You know what I'm saying? Day in and day out. You know, day in and day out. The world is getting it's getting worse, man. That's why the scripture say the love of many shall wax cold, man. It's getting to a point where it ain't no love being shown, man. Ain't nothing good happening in the world, man. It ain't nothing but, like I said, man, sin. You know, sin is iniquities, right? So it ain't getting no better, man. It ain't getting no better, right? But like I said, man, these things are prophesied. It said that these things will happen, right? It said that these times these times is gonna come, right? The ones who are watching that, in a sense, they're kind of happy, right? Because we know that time is running out. That time is coming. That Yahweh Shai is coming back, right? We know that gap between, you know what I'm saying, the end, the last judgment day, you know what I'm saying, the last time he was seen, man, we know that gap is getting, you know what I'm saying, it's getting shorter and shorter, right? But just a couple more scriptures, man. I didn't want it to be too long. Just a couple more scriptures, right? It's Matthew 24 and 36, right? And this is once again, this is why you gotta watch, man. This is why you gotta watch. Because what? Matthew 24 and 36, it says, "But that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only." So nobody knows when this day is coming. This day can come tomorrow for all we know. You know what I'm saying? You know, the MOTB hasn't really came into effect. You know, so most likely it won't. But like I said, man, you the point is you just don't know when it's gonna happen, man. Now that's not to say just because MOTB hasn't came into effect and Jacob's trouble hasn't really happened yet. You know, the pestilences and all that, those things haven't really happened yet. That's not to say your specific judgment couldn't come, right? The most I could kill your ass in a couple minutes, right? You can mess around, like Bronny James, right? LeBron James' son. You can mess around, have a cardiac arrest, and not wake up from that shit, right? You can mess around, go to the store and try to get your kids some food and get your ass T-bone, and now you dead, right? You know, you don't know you don't know what can happen, right? Your judgment can come in the next minute, in the next hour. So don't it's not to say that's why you just can't live your life as freely. You know what I'm saying? Careless, right? Because you don't know when your time is, and you're gonna be judged according to your works, right? So whatever you was doing up until that time, that's what you're gonna be judged for. So if you ain't turned from your iniquities, you know what I'm saying, as the Lord wants you to do, right? Because as it speaks of in Ezekiel 18, if I'm not mistaken, you know what I'm saying, he doesn't find joy in destroying his people Israel, right? He doesn't want to destroy Israel, but you know what I'm saying, he will definitely do it, you know what I'm saying, if and when he has to. You know what I'm saying? Which is why he gave us that grace period, man. But once again, we'll know who that's for. So verse 37 it says, "But as the days of Noah were, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be." So once again, man, like I just said, what are they doing? Like I said, people out here, they just living their life. That's what they were doing back then, man. They was eating and drinking, marrying, you know what I'm saying, giving away in marriage, just doing whatever, man. They living life, just living life like there was nothing was coming, man. And Noah hearkened to the voice of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? He listened, right? He was building that ark. People were probably scoffing at him. What the hell? What are you doing, bro? Like, why are you building this big ass boat? You know what I'm saying? Because I've heard the apostle say, man, you know what I'm saying, through that understanding, up until that point, it hadn't really rained. You know what I'm saying? There was really no point in there's really no point in preparing for something like that. It hadn't really rained. To that, like that, right? There's no point. But that just goes on things such as so like that just goes into things like faith, man. That's why you gotta have faith, right? Noah had faith. Noah believed. You know what I'm saying? When Noah heard what he heard, he believed him. You know what I'm saying? He was like, okay, bet. I'm finna build this thing. And Lord willing, I'll be safe. Lo and behold, he was, right? So Matthew 24, and let's go to verse 40, right? It said, then shall two be in the field. So it's two people in the field. One shall be taken, and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill. One shall be taken, and the other left. So when that time come, man, and Lord willing, I'll be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Part of that people who will be taken, right? Who the chair is gonna beam up, right? Lord willing, I'm a part of that. You know what I'm saying? I hope I am. But some people gonna be left, right? Some people gonna be left here. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be burned up by them nukes, right? They're gonna be burned up by that lake of fire. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna see some of the people getting beamed up. They're gonna be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? He you know what I'm saying? He was a part of the elect. Damn, he was a part of the elect. Like, damn, I should listen to what they was trying to tell me. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be times like that. It's gonna be moments. It's gonna be situations such as that, right? So verse 42, it says, watch therefore, for you know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Just like I was saying, man, if you were sitting there with a 12 gauge, staring at your door all 12 hours of the night, you will be ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody bust through your house, you're gonna knock them down. Like, it's just, But if you didn't, it's self-explanatory. You're gonna get robbed. So, verse 44 says, therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. Who then is a faithful servant? Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season. Blessed is that servant, whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Right? So the rulers over the household is who, right? The prophets, the apostles, the men of the Lord, right? And that's how it's gonna be in the heaven, in the new kingdom. You know what I'm saying? The new earth. You know what I'm saying? The apostles of this time. You know what I'm saying? The prophets of this time, the ones who's doing the works. They're gonna be the rulers, right? They're gonna be the ones. You know what I'm saying? Judging the earth, right? So what it says, and give them meat in due season. What's the meat? He's giving them the word in due season, right? He's giving them these things. You know what I'm saying? Giving them the godly things, the goodly things, showing them how to live, telling them, you know what I'm saying, to watch. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature, right? Just doing the will of the Lord. It says, blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. So if he finds us, you know what I'm saying, which like I said, Lord, what I'm a part of that remnant, right? The remnant that's gonna be saved. He come back and he find you doing his works. He find you on the highways and byways. He find you making lessons, you know what I'm saying, giving alms, you know what I'm saying, not expecting anything in return, right? Just doing the will of the Lord, just, showing the fruits of the Spirit. What's he gonna do? He said, verily the next verse 47. Verily I say unto you that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. Right. And honestly, when we see chariots, you can see chariots sometimes, you know what I'm saying? At times they reveal themselves, so you can see chariots at times, you know what I'm saying? You know, just going to and fro, right? Because who are in those chariots, man? Angels. And what's the angels? Those are the Lord's messengers, right? All they doing is just sending messages. They coming, taking down notes, you know what I'm saying, and bringing it up to the Most High, right? So, especially so in these last days, you getting accounted for, right? The things that you're doing, you know what I'm saying? They come, they see you making a lesson. Oh, okay, this brother was doing a lesson. You know what I'm saying? He trying to do the worst, right? Let's report this back, right? Or even if you're doing lessons, but then once you finish the lesson, you go do iniquities willingly. You know what I'm saying? They taking note of that. They know these things because I think the scriptures say, Salaki if I'm wrong, but it's like curses he who does the work of the Lord deceitfully, right? You know what I'm saying? You're not really trying to do this for real, man. You're not doing it in truth and sincerity, right? So verse 48 it says, "But and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, My Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken." So if you're doing work, but then you be like, man, the Lord ain't coming back for real, man. Yada. And you start just committing all these iniquities, really just falling back into the world. You know what I'm saying? Going back out with your friends and all that. You know what I'm saying? You just going back on. You know what I'm saying? On what you supposed to be doing. What does it say, man? It says the Lord, verse 50. The Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he's not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So, if that's your lot, if that's what you do, if you want to fall back into the world, He's gonna put you right over there with the hypocrites. He's gonna put you right over there with the wicked. He's gonna put you right over there with the heathen. He's gonna cut your ass off and cast you into that lake of fire, man. Now, if you of Israel, you know what I'm saying, you'll come back through regeneration, through, you know what I'm saying, the new earth. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to have to get caught up from the Lord, man. You don't want to hear that depart from you, man. So, last scripture I'm gonna bring out, right? Isaiah 30 and 18, and it reads, "And therefore will Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua wait, that he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you. For the Lord," Slakia, I'm gonna read it right. "For Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is a power of judgment. Blessed are all they that wait for him." So you gotta wait for the Most High, man. You gotta wait for the Most High, man. You gotta be on that watchtower, man, watching, doing what you're supposed to be doing. You gotta do your job, right? Because that time is definitely coming. And everything you do, whether it be in open or in secret, matter of fact, it's like Ecclesiastes 12 and 14, "For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil." So everything you do in secret or in the open, it's, you're gonna be judged according to your works, and that's just how it's gonna be. All right. So make sure you're doing what we need to make sure we're doing what we need to do. But I'm gonna end it there. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles, elders, great millstone, and shalom to the hopefully late.